this is obviously an expansion of the cinematic universe that Denis Villeneuve has sort of laid down and kind of blown everybody's minds with. I mean, just off the premise of how good those movies are, when this project came your way, I mean, is that like one of the easiest yeses you're going to have to make as an actor?
I wanted them to say yes. It was definitely not me, the one who was choosing. I remember because I had a bit of a thing where I was waiting. They were kind of back and forth, and they were like, "Maybe you've got it, maybe you haven't." And I was like,
it's a bit awkward now, isn't it?
And then they
because you got the job and you're really good in it.
Well,
it's a bit awkward.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. It was a no-brainer to like go for it. And
do any of you guys have like friends already in the Dune cinematic universe, like that you called for? Like,
me and Timothy were so tight.
Oh my god, no, for real, guys. I'm actually friends with Javier Bardem. Like, I can't, for real.
Yeah.
Like, and he was obviously, he's like the nicest guy ever. Mm-hmm. And he like watched the trailer and told us that he thought that it was amazing. And he's so excited for the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's so nice. And I think
he is.
in the last film, like, he's absolutely incredible in it.
He is.
He's
amazing.
He's
incredible in everything.
I mean, everything, but like the humor that he brought to obviously like doing the dialogue and the tone of it, like he's incredible. Mm-hmm. He made that role funny.
And it did not seem out of place at all.
No.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah. For those who have not had the chance yet to dig into Prophecy, can you guys sort of kind of go down the line? We'll start with you, Jessica. Tease what you can about your character and tell us why they kick ass.
So I play the younger version of Valya Harkonnen, who, I mean, what do I say? Like, she invents the voice. And she's really angry, like she's so angry, like all the time. She is like, I want my family, like we're supposed to be in charge. Like, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, go
she's
for
like,
it.
fuck this shit. Like, we're Harkonnens, like, I'm pissed. Yeah. And she becomes a Bene Gesserit, which is a space nun that can have sex. That's the
best description I've ever heard.
Bene Gesserit is space nuns that can have sex.
Yeah, that's how Frank Herbert, I think, originally described them, right?
Yeah, 1000%.
Sorry, what was the question?
Tell us. Space nuns who can have sex. Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, no, we're not. Yes. Your character. Like what you can tease about.
Okay.
Right? And why they whoop ass.
Okay, at the start of the show, I think Lila, she's a bit of an outcast, a bit of a loner. She's a bit sad. She's like a teenager, she doesn't know where she comes from. It's a big question for her. Relatable. And like, she's just trying to figure out what her purpose is, and she wants to do the best for the sisterhood. Yeah. And that's who she is.
She's got a great name. My daughter's Lila, so
it's a beautiful name. If I do say so myself.
I play Princess Ynez, and she is the heir to the Golden Lion throne. Mm-hmm. So she's a young woman dealing with everything that comes with that, pressure, responsibilities, traditions, and a lot of eyes are on her. And when we meet her in the show, like, she is ready to live up to that title. Mm-hmm. She wants to be the future ruler, but she wants to do it her way. Which is very much the character. Like, she's very, very much her own. She's independent. She's rebellious, and she's not afraid to fight for what she believes in.
Mm-hmm. She might have a ceremony.
She might have
be
a
some
ceremony.
Pomegranate involved. We're not going to too much.
Yeah.
Josh, how about you?
So I play Constantine, and he's essentially, at the beginning of the series, he's kind of in a battle between himself and trying to live up to his father's expectations. And he also has quite a number of vices, whether it be drugs, alcohol, or sex. So kind of... We're talking about space nuns now. Yeah, suck it.
Full circle.
So he's kind of... in space. It's kind of just... he's kind of just, I guess, battling between those two things, about trying to live up to his name, but he doesn't have a claim to the throne or anything, so he kind of feels out of place from that. And then he kind of feels more at home, I guess, in the spice den and in certain bars and stuff that he goes to. So it's kind
of a bad boy.
Yeah, I guess.
Jessica, playing a younger version of Valya, who of course the adult version, more adult version, older version.
I know,
Is that
it's
what we-
really,
how do we say
I didn't
that?
like seeing younger and
Yeah,
older.
exactly.
It's kind of awkward. I know.
Exactly. But
Past
it
and
is the
present.
great Emily Watson. It's a great Emily Watson. I mean, how much did you guys, I'm always curious, like, to know how much you guys how much actors compare notes when playing the same character at different stages of their lives.
Yeah, it's a funny one, and like it's never the same. But with Emily, it felt like very casual and like kind of natural, really. We like spoke to each other and pretty much like immediately kind of like we just naturally had a lot of things in common. Like the way that we would approach a job felt the same, and then it was just very natural. We would send voice notes to each other talking about different scenes, and like obviously you have a script but you discover things like on the day as well. I think there was mainly more I felt more, like I wanted to share the things that we were discovering like in the past that could maybe like help them. But it was pretty light, to be honest with you. It wasn't like this thing where they like made us copy each other or anything like that. It just kind of felt like a natural collaboration with two people that liked the role they were playing, It was just fun. There was nothing like serious about it.
I was talking to Emily and Olivia and Travis about this, and I think it extends to your characters as well. It's like I think one of the joys of this series is that like all of these characters are sort of like walking on the line of like moral ambiguity. You really can't tell like who. It's not as simple as these are the villains, these are the heroes. In Star Wars, there's the light side and the dark side of the Force.
Yeah.
Here it's really tough to tell who we're going to be sort of pulling for. We're going like more like straightforward into like Breaking Bad territory. Like, is this a hero or is this a villain, or are they going to kind of toe this line? How much fun is that for you guys to that sort of dichotomy to play as
To me, I
actors?
feel like Lila's pretty innocent. Like she
Yeah.
doesn't,
Yeah.
in my
Yeah,
head, she
yeah.
doesn't do much wrong.
No.
So I feel like
Thus
this
far.
is more, I mean, hey now. But yeah, I feel like this is more your guys's.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's pretty fun. Like when you don't know what way the character's going to go,
Yeah.
it kind of gives more room for the audience to kind of make up their own minds on what direction they want them to go. But I think it also gives it a lot of layers in terms of playing it, because you can kind of give a bit of both, like the light side and the dark side. I think it's fun.
Yeah, and I think it just makes, the characters human, and for people to be
Yeah.
able to identify themselves with them, because they're not just one thing or the other, like every one of us, Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved playing like a crazy bitch. It was just mean. I loved it. It was kind of like I was playing a psychopath, but like psychopaths also like are sad and like have feelings.
Yeah.
I loved it. It
Even
was
psychos
my
have
favorite
feelings.
thing ever. Like I got to kill so many people.